something. Guess what? I don't have cancer. And I know you're thinking, wait, what? But come on, let me tell you a story. Hey guys, I wanted to share a little something with you. So since September of 2024, I had been told that I had uterine cancer, and I've been dealing with it for, I guess it's been like 10 months, 11 months, 10 months. And I've had all PET scans and MRIs and blood work and just everything, all kinds of tests. And I was pushed by 2 doctors to get surgery to remove the cancer. But what's crazy is that originally I had asked for an MRI to check my fibroids, and I was told that there was no need to get that. And basically I had a fit and made them give it to me. Sorry, I'm still at Sloan Kettering. I was so happy, but I didn't want to scream and, in joy, because, the sad fact of it all is that other people today have been told they have terminal cancer or they have cancer, and so I'm trying to be mindful of where I'm at. So my doctors at one hospital, my regular GYN, actually didn't even come in the room to tell me this. They sent in a resident and a student, and they suggested a radical hysterectomy, and there was no level of empathy or anything. Like, it was really bad. And so on one hand, I advocated for myself to be able to get this test, but now they're telling me that basically I have cancer and I need to have this hysterectomy. So I called my insurance company because I wanted to get a second opinion, and they told me to get a blood work of, it's called a CA-125. It's not absolute, but that blood test said that I did not have cancer in my blood. I guess there's a way they measure it and they didn't see it. So I also had a CA-119, which checks for prostate cancer, and that also was negative. And mind you, I had to fight to the death for the CA-125. The old white man doctor told me that I didn't need the test and I needed to have the surgery, otherwise I won't be here. And so I just felt, I was disgusted with him, and basically I cussed him all the way out, Brooklyn Lee style, and I was able to get the test. But before he gave it to me, he said, oh, by the way, when did you graduate medical school? What? This is the care, the comfort that you give someone that you just dropped this big C-bomb to? So I did get a second opinion. I went to the number 2 hospital in the country, Sloan Kettering, where I'm at now. And I had originally a doctor I researched, and I really liked her. She had a video, and I really thought that she was on the up and up. I'm not going to say her name because it's not even necessary, because she's a good doctor. But she also encouraged very swiftly for me to have this surgery. She said that if I was her sister, she would make me have it, and that it's better to have it sooner than later. I went to the appointment by myself, and I signed it because I was stressed out, and I just was scared, so I signed the paper to be able to have the surgery on January 14th of this year, January 14th of 2025. But when I got home, something just really didn't sit right with me, and I joined this Facebook group and told them the situation. I joined anonymously though, and they told me to find a black doctor, and so that's what I did. And crazy enough, this black doctor is renowned, but she also is a Sloan Kettering. And unfortunately, to switch doctors at Sloan Kettering is a process. It took about 2 months. So I'm waiting, scared, thinking I'm gonna die, trying to figure out, plans for my son, should I not be here, like a mess. All the while still posting affirmations and being hello healing for everyone else when I was definitely struggling for myself. It was really insane. So finally, the black female badass doctor accepted me as a patient. I brought my girlfriend with me, and she sat with us for 2 hours and really was honest, straightforward, no sugarcoating of anything. And she was surprised that I didn't even get a PET scan at that point, being told by 2 previous oncologists that I need to have this surgery. And she said, let's circle back once we get the results for the PET scan. So I get the PET scan, and I can see it right away on my portal before I even talk with her, and it was negative. And so, to my surprise, someone from her office said that she wanted to still move forward with the surgery. And I was like, what? So I arranged myself to get a second MRI back at my original OBGYN. And of course, that came back negative as well. My appointment was for 9:30. It's 10:43. Nobody's sitting in that chair. So I finally had an appointment today with my oncologist here at Sloan Kettering, and she said, guess what? You don't have cancer. Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't bug out because I was so happy. I wanted to cry, I wanted to scream. And I'm just happy because life definitely hits different when your mortality is in question. So I'm super happy that I do not have uterine cancer. It's been a tough 10 months, and I just encourage you to push to get the tests. Advocate for yourself. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Whether it's your health or anything, don't do it. Do your due diligence. Get extra tests, especially if you have insurance. Like, I told many of them, like, is this test coming out your paycheck? Because what the fuck? So your girl's, she's good. And even though you guys didn't know, I'm proud of myself because I was still able to do the things I needed to do for all of these months. Been around people. I only told my mother, my brother, and 2 girlfriends. And one of the girlfriends it was a mistake telling her because she started crying and just acting hysterical, and I really didn't need that in the moment. So after she did that, I definitely decided I won't tell anybody else. I implore you to do all the research, Google, Chat GPT, any AI sources, the Mayo Clinic, everywhere. Find out what they say your prognosis is. The only thing I was sketchy on, I don't know if I would do again, is about the Facebook group, because there were so many horror stories, and I was truly scared each day when I went on there and read the bad things that were happening to all these women. Yeah, it was a tough time, and I couldn't talk to anybody about it. I'm grateful, I'm thankful for God's favor, His mercy. I'm grateful that I do not have this awful disease, and honestly, it made me make a shift in my life in terms of just everything, how I'm going to move forward in this chapter. And so if anything, I hope this video tells you, inspires you to advocate for yourself, to push the buttons. Who cares? Big and mad. Do what you need to do for you, for your family, and I'm wishing everyone health and wealth. And one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video is because there's so much inequity in healthcare for Black women. My experience, like I said, I was told, when did you get your medical degree? Like, are you serious, bro? And just the level of gaslighting and manipulation that goes on by them to us is really unreal. But luckily, I'm a healing strategist, and I was able to spot those behaviors right away. But we've got to do better. And another thing I wanted to say is that the level of medicine hasn't increased. My mom had the same cancer, and the procedure that they wanted to do on me is the same procedure they did on her in the 70s. Like, there needs to be advances in female care and female reproductive care. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I may be a little bit somber, but I'm really super happy. Like I said, I'm just still here, and I don't want to make a huge thing right now because, there are people who won't get my good news. And for those people, I just say keep praying. God has the final say. And I hope that you take this information and you move with it accordingly for your own life. Okay? Never let anyone tell you what's going on with you, right? I had none of the symptoms, nothing, yet they were emphatic about me getting this surgery. And something inside of me was like, And so all I can just say is, don't let people tell you what's going on with your body. Now, I'm definitely not an anti-doctor person. I'm more hypochondriac than that end. But make sure that you do your work. It's called a practice for a reason. A doctor's practice for a reason. They're practicing on us. So do the work. I'm deeply grateful and relieved that there is no cancer. And I'm not taking this clean bill of health lightly or for granted. I'm going to keep showing up for myself, keep healing, and keep living life fully. Now, I'm moving forward with more purpose, more drive, more dedication, more discipline. It's my second chance. Woo! Thank God I'm in my car so I can scream, but I'm not going to scream too much because... But yeah!